This video is brought to you by my friends at LMNT, which is the perfect way to stay hydrated through sweaty cardio sessions. Get those electrolytes in without any sugar or gluten with a fantastic tasting mix that dissolves easily and that you can throw in your bag and take with you. If you like to train fasted in the morning like I do, LMNT keeps you feeling steady until you're ready to eat later on. The raspberry salt flavor is my absolute favorite and it tastes like a treat. Our friends at LMNT have put together a sweet deal for you to get free Drink LMNT sample packs where all you have to do is pay for shipping costs. So head over to drinklmnt.com/MarcusPhilly. That's drinklmnt/MarcusPhilly to pick up yours, or click the link in the description below. Go get some. Man, that cardio was hardio. Why is it that I feel like when I do cardio, there's like no oxygen in my part of the room? Yeah, I did cardio once. It was like so boring. Hey, what's up everyone? Marcus Philly here with Functional Bodybuilding. And the chances are that if you've dabbled in aerobic workouts, AKA cardio, you've encountered one of two scenarios. They're either long and mind-numbingly boring, or they're so intense they make you rethink your life choices every time you come up gasping for air. So how do you recognize an aerobic workout that will hit the sweet spot of feeling engaging and fun and will also get you more fit? Or better yet, how can you create one for yourself? Yeah, over many years of training myself and others at competitive levels on the world stage, I've learned how to use aerobic training alongside functional bodybuilding to create epic levels of fitness without burning out so bad that you never want to put on your gym shoes again. So today, I'm going to show you the 3 things that all need to line up for the perfect aerobic workout recipe with some coaching tips along the way. And if you've ever done CrossFit and wondered what the deal was with those 21, 15, 9 rep schemes, hopefully this will shed some light on that too. But first, a confession. When I first started training, I didn't care about aerobic concepts at all. I cared about visible muscles and abs and looking good. Just tell me what to do to get that and I was all over it. Over time, as I got into competitive sports and CrossFit, I realized that if I focused too narrowly on looking good, my performance would suffer. Furthermore, I wouldn't feel as good or move as well. See, there's a difference between gym fit, or at least how I was back then, and being field or life fit. I didn't want to sacrifice one or the other. I wanted to look good and move well. And if you're in the same boat, let me let you in on something. One huge area of training to get right if you want both is cardio. Now, I'm not talking about the traditional bodybuilding approach. Get your pump on and then hit the stair climber for 30 minutes. It was quite boring. I wanted to rip my hair out, it was so boring. I never stuck with it. I tried HIIT training since it was faster and I thought it would be more engaging, but that wasn't sustainable for me either. What you want is something that you can do in the gym with simple machines and body weight at an effort that will get you results and that has enough variety that you'll get hooked and feel ready for more training tomorrow. So these types of sessions became my morning staple 4 to 5 days a week for almost 5 years. And the goal was simple: breathe and move. It wasn't a race. I wasn't concerned with keeping score. I simply had the goal to build up a sweat, find a steady rhythm to my breathing, and once I had both going, I almost always felt like giving a strong effort. So let's dive into how to do it. The goal of cardio is to train the aerobic system. Aerobic metabolism is a cellular process that uses energy derived from our food along with oxygen to create units of energy that we can use for things like contracting muscles. Successfully training the system requires coordinating muscles, lungs, the circulatory system, aka your heart. But one major key here is that we keep the effort aerobic with the use of oxygen. There is a threshold of effort that you can perform aerobic work at. Beyond that threshold, you'll shift metabolism to anaerobic metabolism, and the characteristics of this type of training are vastly different. In summary, we want to stay aerobic. And to do that successfully, we need to balance these three things. Number one, training format. Number two, timing and pace. And number three, your perceived effort. Now I'm going to show you how all these concepts come together in a specific workout to illustrate each one. Have you ever seen a CrossFit workout like 21-15-9 repetitions of 3 different movements and wondered exactly why? These formats open up a world of possibility for creating interesting and challenging workouts with endless movement combinations. But you have to know how to match your intention with the right format to get those right results. For cardio specifically, we can think about how a cyclist would want to develop their full capacity and that they might train flats, hills, sprints, long, short, and intervals. With our cardio formats, we can also take different approaches in the gym to make the most and most favorable adaptations to your aerobic system. So here's the format for today. And keep in mind, this is just one of any number of creative formats that we can use, so long as they're crafted with intention. So today you're going to perform 10 sets for time at 85% effort, which equates to a sustainable effort for you. Every set of the workout begins with 36 double unders. From there, you'll be completing a descending repetition ladder of 12, 9, and 6 calories on 3 different cardio machines. The 3 tools that I'm going to be using today are the ski erg, the rower, and the assault bike. After you complete the entire set of 36, 12, 9, 6, you'll take a 45-second recovery break and start again. On set number 2, and each subsequent set thereafter until completion, you're going to change the order of the machines that you use. So row, bike, ski, and then the next set might be bike, ski, row, etc. But you're always going to start each set with 36 double unders. Now, why does this format potentially work to help keep you aerobic? Well, within each set, there are 3 transitions between movements, which gives you a micro rest period inside longer working sets. This can help you sustain higher outputs on each machine without going overboard on your effort. Also, the rotating order of machines will distribute the work amongst different movement patterns of the body. Lastly, the descending repetition scheme allows you to get the bulk of the work done earlier on in the set without transitions, so that as you fatigue, the micro work sets on each machine just get shorter. So that covers the training format. Well, what about timing and pace? Each set today should take about 2 minutes, maybe up to 2 minutes and 15 seconds. If it took you significantly longer, like 3 minutes or more, I would suggest scaling back to a different repetition scheme. For example, doing 30 double unders and then 10, 8, 6 for each of the machines. With a 2 minute to 2 minute and 15 second long set and a 45-second rest period each round, you're looking at completing a new set every 3 minutes roughly, which stacks nicely into the 30-minute workout window and also creates a good rhythm where you're not sprinting, but also not meandering either. The timing of the set and your perceived effort must be delicately matched to ensure you're doing aerobic work that is by definition sustainable and not anaerobic work or unsustainable work that is going to leave you feeling crushed by the end, or even worse, hitting the dreaded DNF, did not finish button in your workout comments. This is enormously important to develop your aerobic capacity and stay motivated to train. So scale back if you need and build this up over time. You can also get a little edge on your efficiency with my aerobic efficiency tips video. Be sure to pop over there to see how to best use your rower, skier, or bike, plus some double under tips as well. Okay, let's tie this all together with a conversation about RPE and getting your RPE sweet spot. The rate of perceived exertion, aka RPE, that scale is one of that is often used in training prescriptions. Usually is from 0 to 10. You're able to rate how hard you perceive your effort to be in any activity. Is it as easy as sitting on the couch, a 0, or is it crushing hard, close to maximal output, a 10? Oddly enough, when tested over and over again, it appears that somewhere between 7 and 8 on that scale is where most people find their sustainable limit. Once they cross over the number 8, it's a quick downward spiral towards max effort and failure. Anything below a 7, and most people perceive that they can do that work without too much difficulty. So right around 7 and 8 is the sweet spot for cardio gains and these breathe and move FBB sessions. So here's the golden nugget and recipe. How well can we match the training format with the intended timing of each set? And finally, that RPE of between 7 and 8. That's going to determine how much success we have in developing your aerobic system. So for instance, if I really put the pedal to the metal, I might be able to do the work in this particular workout, each set in 1 minute and 45 seconds. But at that pace, with only a 45-second rest, I'm going to find that after 2 to 3 sets, I am quickly working at a 9 out of 10 on my RPE scale. So you should back it off a bit and try and aim to finish the sets in 2 minutes and 30 seconds as opposed to 1 minute and 45. Now see, at that effort, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you'll be able to recover well in 45 seconds and continue to repeat all 10 sets of this workout with the same 7 to 8 out of 10 on your RPE scale. That's how you find your sweet spot. Now, it might take you a few rounds to settle in, so here's how I approach this. Round 1 I call setting the tone. I don't typically warm up for these workouts, and I don't think you need to either. The first round, therefore, often feels like a little bit of a shock to the system. I know the first couple rounds are likely going to feel hard or feel the hardest from having done this long enough. These rounds set the tone for the workout and might start out feeling like an 8 out of 10 or even slightly above. Round 4 is finding a groove. With the first 3 sets behind me, I'm now starting to settle into a groove. I've cycled through all 3 different orders of machines. I've made some micro adjustments to my pace and effort so that I'm consistently hitting the same times on every set and feeling as though 45 seconds is sufficient rest. In today's specific workout example, I personally had to make an adjustment around round 5, round 6, as I started to settle into this workout. I was hitting my split times of around 2 minutes and 5 seconds per round, and I slowed down just slightly and bumped that up to about 2 minutes and 10 seconds per round. Round 7 comes around. This is when you're in the zone. And ideally, you have found that sweet spot. This is when the continuous breathing and cyclical repetition of movements for 20 minutes starts to have that magical effect. Movement is now like a meditation. Breathing is the anchor point, and your body is in a flow. From here on out is when I tend to have some of the most spiritual moments of my entire day. All right, it's your turn. Give it a go. And if you want more cardio workouts just like this, my 30-30 Cardio Challenge is a free ebook that I've made available to my Persist program members and functional bodybuilding clients. Head over to the link in the description below and check it out. Thanks for joining me.